ISU men's basketball team isn't losing any seniors to graduation this year, but that doesn't mean all the Redbirds will be returning next season. Good afternoon, I'm Kelly Christensen. TV 10's Steve Gonaghan joins us live in the studio to explain what's in store for the team's future.
Thanks, Kelly. Head coach Tim Jankovich is leaving ISU for a pay raise to be an assistant coach to Larry Brown. And although speculation of Jankovich's departure has been looming around campus for the past couple of weeks, the news still hit University pretty hard.
I love this team. I love this team.
But love wasn't quite enough to keep Jankovich and the Redbirds together. Jankovich officially accepted an assistant coaching job with Southern Methodist University yesterday, and the search for a new coach at ISU now begins. Jankovich is leaving behind a team that has no seniors and was an overtime period away from reaching the NCAA tournament. The administration believes that makes ISU a very attractive school for potential head coaching candidates.
We got an exciting future here, and I think there's going to be a lot of interest in this position.
Jankovich met with the team for close to half an hour Thursday afternoon and was able to speak with each player individually before the news of his departure hit any media outlets. And although the players were expecting the worst, they were still holding on to a little bit of hope.
We were expecting, a decision one way or the other. I mean, we weren't really sure which way yet. We were hoping that he was going to stay, but we understood whenever he said that he was going to leave.
When TV 10 spoke with Coach Jankovich just a little over 2 weeks ago, he seemed ready to get his team set for the tournament run next season.
We do have a tremendous opportunity and we have tremendous potential. We have not come close to accomplishing the things that we have set out to do, and so that equates into a lot of hard work this summer.
But now Jankovich will be preparing to move, and a new coach will be getting his old team ready for next season. Director of Athletics Gary Friedman said he has been in contact with Jankovich throughout the entire process, and the university was prepared for this decision. And Gary Friedman said he will not address the media again until he announces the new head coach at ISU. He also told reporters the university has no timetable set to make their decision. Reporting for TV 10 News, I'm Steve Gonaghan. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Steve. The men's basketball team will miss Jankovich next season, but how do Redbird fans feel about this? TV 10's London Conley joins us live in the newsroom with more. London?
Thanks, Kelly. I spoke with some Redbird fans this morning, and they have mixed feelings about the departure of the 5-year basketball head coach.
After leading the Redbirds to 4 NIT tournaments in 5 seasons and falling just a hair short from the NCAA tournament last season, it's safe to say that Tim Jankovich will be missed by Redbird fans.
We appreciate him. Everyone needs to make career moves, to better themselves. It'll be a, sad thing when he actually gets off campus.
But not all fans share the same opinion.
I feel like he just did us a favor. We can do better.
Even with the loss of Coach Jankovich, Redbird fans are more than excited about the team's future and its ability to bounce back.
Hopefully we get a better head coach, you know what I'm saying? Because I think ISU Redbirds, could have did a little bit better in the last season. Even though we did do pretty good, I feel like we could have did better.
If anything, I feel like he'd give him a little more motivation for next season.
The Illinois State Athletic Director says that no interim head coach has been named, but the current assistant coaches will fill in the upcoming weeks. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm London Conley. Back to you.
Illinois State welcomed in a very special guest into Redbird Arena yesterday afternoon. Professional sports broadcaster Joe Buck made his way into Bloomington Normal for the Evening of Stars benefiting the American Red Cross of Heartland. Buck, who followed his father's career, says he appreciates his opportunities from his dad, but he still learns more about the profession each day.
I think I've learned a lot. I've learned to have a thick skin. I've learned to embrace the fact that I am my dad's kid, and I got great breaks when I was a young person getting into this business.
You can catch the full story of Joe Buck's visit Monday on the Sports Zone. And yesterday morning, State Representative Dan Brady announced that he is withdrawing his name for consideration for the 13th congressional seat. Brady's name was in consideration for running against Democratic candidate David Gill to replace Tim Johnson. Since Brady is now out of the running, the 5 remaining individuals in consideration have a bigger chance since Brady was considered by many as the forerunner. With the fan favorite out, How will this affect the outcome of the race?
I think whoever the Republican candidate is for the 13th Congressional District, I think most people will turn around and end up getting behind whoever that candidate is.
The 5 remaining people in the running are Jerry Clark, Rodney Davis, Becky Doyle, Mike Tate, and Erica Harold. And Illinois Wesleyan University is a step closer to adding apartment-style residence halls to their campus. The Bloomington Planning Commission approved the university's plan to add 2 buildings on Empire Street between McLean and Evans Streets. Together, the apartments will have 24 units and it will hold up to 96 students. The plan still needs to be approved by the Bloomington City Council. If it is, construction will begin midsummer. There are signs that the economy in Central Illinois is improving. The unemployment rate in Bloomington-Normal area has dropped. The unemployment rate has dropped from 7% in March of 2011 to 6.7% in March of 2012. McLean County had the 4th lowest unemployment rate in the state last month. This is also the first month since May of 2011 that the unemployment rate has dropped in every metro area. And now we have Laura here with your weather. Laura, can you tell us the kind of weather that we're going to see this weekend?
Well, right now it's kind of cool outside and it's like a little bit cloudy, but we're going to see some rain, and let me tell you a little bit more about that. Weekend thunderstorms are heading this weekend, but hopefully as we leave April and we enter May, we'll be greeted with some nicer weather. For current temperatures, it is currently 50 degrees. And with winds coming from the east at 22 miles per hour, and it's partly cloudy outside. Taking a look at our Doppler radar, you can see that here that there's some rain here to the west of Illinois, but by tonight we should be seeing some of those showers. Looking at current temperatures across the U.S., it's fairly warm in the south, but as we get to the Midwest and Illinois, we have those cooler temperatures. But hopefully by tomorrow it'll be warming up with temperatures ranging from 40 to about 70 degrees throughout Illinois. Taking a look at your tonight's forecast, it'll be 43 degrees with showers and winds still coming from the east at 20 miles per hour. And for your extended forecast, thunderstorms and showers are planned for the weekend and into the early week. But look at Wednesday, a high of 84 degrees. May is starting off beautifully with those warmer temperatures.
Not liking to see that rain over the weekend, but I can see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully May will be a little bit more promising than April with those cooler temperatures, and we'll see that warming up.
I hope so too. Thank you. Students at the Bloomington Career Center have a double-decker sized project on their hands. TV 10's Zach Howard has the story.
Two Bloomington area men are working on turning an old double-decker tour bus into a mobile food bus, the first of its kind in the Bloomington-Normal area.
We want a community that has, all sorts of different aspects of entertainment. And so we thought a food truck, or we think a food truck would just be absolutely perfect for that, where it gives you that, gives that cosmopolitan feeling to our area.
The bus, which is owned by Stephen Block and John Fritzen, is a 1958 double-decker bus from London that made its way over to Bloomington after a hotel in Peoria had bought it, but then went out of business.
We bought the bus in July and held on to it, and then spent the last 6 to 7 months then working on our business plan.
The inside of the bus was designed by second-year CAD students Clayton Hamilton, Blake Armstrong, and Reagan Smiley at the Bloomington Area Career Center. They have been working on the designs for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for the past 6 months.
It helped them out a lot, and they used it for like the health department and stuff like that to show people what they were wanting to do and see how everything would turn out. So.
Stefan and John have been putting in about 16 hours a day working on the bus remodels. They hope Two Blokes in a Bus, the name of the mobile restaurant, will be up and running on June 1st. For TV 10 News, I'm Zach Howard.
Two Blokes in a Bus will not serve American-style food only, but it will also serve food from around the globe. And that's all for news and weather today, but next, see the future of reality TV in this week's Reality Rundown, and check out how ISU students are using the old ball and chalk to raise scholarship money and break a record. All that and more when we come back today on 10 on 10.